Hi, welcome to Inspire Leadership Tragedy to Triumph, where I help you turn lemons into lemonade. Come on in. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Inspire Leadership Tragedy to Triumph. And I'm your host, Ingrid Johnson. Wow, I'm glad to see you again today. We've been going on for several weeks here on this broadcast. Please tell your friends, tell your neighbor, tell your community to check us out. Thank you. So today's topic is a selfish moment taking care of me. Oh yeah. Now I'm not talking about being getting all the clothes in the closet and taking me. I'm not that kind of me, but a selfish moment. Really taking care of me. So it may be a cliche, but it's true that change can be difficult, right? It's difficult at times to balance or transition to self care when we're so focused on helping others. And I know that firsthand. I get such a joy on helping others that there are some things that I miss taking care of myself. So it can take a lot of effort to get there. Oh, yeah. Yes, I need different tools and a different tool belt to get that job done. And so, even with that, I need to be consistent to maintain a healthy version of me. So, today we're talking about taking care of self, but related to your own health and well being, not to things, not just running out. I know you may have the urge to get something new, but no, not talking about that per se. So, what about you? How are you faring in a world that is forever changing and full of challenges? Did you get, if you wanted to, your COVID vaccination? Are you social distancing, wearing your face mask, and washing your hands? The world has changed. And so we have to do a better job at taking care of ourselves, right? And after all, our health is important. We knew it before, but we really know it now. So even your mental health, my goodness, decrease that stress load. Your mental health is highly important. And so, you meet people and you just hear stories, they're stressed. You have people who, not by choice, but they have to really go out here and work several jobs. They have situations going on. They're taking care of other family members, and it's a lot. People are going through a lot. And so I can't stress self care enough as I'm working myself to do a better job of taking care of me. I mean, for me, my youngest of three children is 17. So the chains are falling off of my ankles. Now, I know he's not going that far away, but it sounds good. At least I don't have to go to daycares and do that kind of stuff. And I could really start to think about, Ingrid, what are your needs? As you get older, your needs change. Am I even in touch with what I need? Some days I don't think so, and so I need to be a better steward of me. And so I also encourage you to take a look at your needs. What do you really need? What are you lacking in your life? Because if you're leading, no matter where you're leading, in the home, the community, on the job, or you're a budding leader, you got to take care of you. And so start today. If you haven't done anything lately, if you don't even know where to start, just examine and start somewhere. You know, maybe you're going to start with a doctor's appointment. Maybe someone else already went, and maybe someone else is working on healthy habits. I am, but we have to do a better job at self care. And as far as our families go, yes, we have to put some things aside just for a few minutes, just to breathe. You can't keep running that marathon. You're going to collapse. And when you collapse, then what? What happens to these people who are relying on you? They're going to find a way to continue on. And you'll just be there collapsed. So we have to do better. I encourage you to take your life very seriously. I'm working to take mine more seriously and to do something that you may have never done before. Take a risk on yourself. Yeah, you're important. You are important. Oh yes, you're important. And yes, so are these other things you have to do, but there comes a time when you have to come first. Now, for those who may not have been indulging in the materialistic way, it may be time for you to go out and get a new wardrobe. Perhaps your closet is antiquated, but before you give away those precious gems, you better check them out because some should be retooled, right? You can't find that good stuff anymore. You should check it out before you give it away. Now, if you're really done with it, done with it, then pack it up and give it to some place that can give it to someone who could use it versus it cluttering up your home. Yes, get in there. Get the new you going on. Now, for me, I started looking at life differently a few years ago and I let hair dye go. Now, I'm not hating on anybody who dyes their hair because I absolutely love it. And there are many times I miss it. But I decided to be bold and be beautiful and just go for what I know, my natural curls. And I had to learn about that shampoo that like brightens up your grays. Yeah. It's a work to keep that gray hair, right? And so that's what I chose to do for me because there were news articles about research about African American women, women of color, that are, because of the texture of our hair, it soaked up hair dye more than someone that was not in our race or culture. And so I decided at my age, I let it go. And I did. And trust me, it was not easy. And some days I'm like leaning, like, boy, but I have resisted. I have resisted. And you can resist too. There's other things that we have to do a personal assessment to realize it may not be good for us, even though it may be good for somebody else, right? And that's okay. What's more important is that we be honest with ourselves. What's more important is that we make informed decisions about our health. That's what's important. That's it. And so we can't just listen to other people and the rumor mill and the gossip people and say, oh, no, that's no good for you. Well, then check it out. Call your doctor, make an appointment, get some information, do some reading, look at the research, right? And just make a change that you're comfortable with. So I hope that you find this information helpful today because I don't know about you, but I'm not always doing such a great job taking care of me. I do put others, and I think appropriately so most of the time, in front of me, but then you run out of steam and time to do something for you. And so recently I did something new. The kids invited me on spring break and we rode those four-wheel ATVs and I had a blast. It was something new and different, great challenge going up those hills, the mountains, and I loved every bit of it. Then I got to do what I love, which is swim and go to the water park. I love water. But, I did something different. And that's self care, just to take in the fresh air, get out and explore. Yes, exploration. And I know some people like I'm still on lockdown and COVID waiting for my vaccination. That's cool. Don't come out until it's time for you. But when you have an opportunity, do something different that keeps you safe and in a good space. But your mind will thank you. You'll be able to think and dream new thoughts and you'll be happier. Your mood can be improved if you are truly performing self care. And yes, I say be selfish because I think that's the appropriate term. It is for me, because it's like, wow, you think you're doing something for you, but not enough. Yeah, I do a lot for me, and I'm very happy with the things that I do, but not enough. I could use improvement in that area. And I've learned that several people can use improvement as well. I know someone who's walking around with health issues and pushing themselves to work and doing incredible things. And I ask, my goodness, I would wish that person didn't have to do that. And I don't know if they do it because they have to or do it because they just want to and they feel complete by doing it. But if that thing is going to kill you, then perhaps you have to rethink what you're doing and why you're doing it. So take care of yourselves. You are important. And if to nobody else, you are important and must be important to you. So I am going to keep working on me, and I strongly encourage you to keep working on you and don't stop. My problem? I start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. I got to do more starting and staying on the horse than falling off the wagon. And I know it. I did some reading recently and it told me stuff I already knew. Isn't that funny? I already knew to do this. I already knew to do that. I already knew. I needed a little bit of a refresher course, though, and a reminder that I am important too. And that if I don't stop to do some more things besides ditch the hair dye, that I am going to be able to just resent the fact that I did not take the time. I can't blame anybody else. The only person I can blame is me. So I'm going to look for more things to do, more ways to explore, more fun to have, just because I deserve it and I'm important. So I'm encouraging you. You are important. Let the real you come out. Bust out, baby. Bust out. Bust out the real you. The real you is important. And let me say this, I know things take money. I've raised three children, I have a grandbaby, but everything doesn't take money. It doesn't take money for you to step outside and smell the air. You don't need a dollar for that. Nope. So there are some things that you can do that can hopefully cost you minimally, if at all. If at all. If at all. There's so much on YouTube, people doing home remedies and home good stuff. Good stuff is happening. Inexpensive ways to take care of you and feel refreshed and renewed. Get it going on. So you are important. And it's all right for you to be a little bit, tad bit selfish over you. And so until we meet again, I hope I've helped you today to think about rejuvenating yourself in ways you've never thought of. I'm on YouTube, I'm on social media, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you for joining me on Inspired Leadership.